And welcome back to more Football Friday. We're now joined by our second J, Jeremy Babin. He's going to give us some more highlights tonight from the games.
Oh, is that what I'm here for?
Which game were you at tonight, JB?
I was at Dalton, so I can officially say that I live in Dalton, having attended the Dalton Northwest football game.
What'd you think? Big crowd, right?
Oh, didn't expect what I saw. It was crazy. You know, from both sides, Northwest and Dalton, each showing their support. So
yeah, it was a great environment.
What's nice is that, unlike last week, it was dry. You know, not like we weren't.
Yeah, you know, last week was supposed to be dry, and then Cedric predicted the weather.
Right. Well,
anyway, more Mohawk Industries.
What more could you expect from Cedric?
Oh, gosh, Alliance National Bank.
All right, well, let's start off with our Alliance National Bank highlight show. We begin with the featured game of the night, week, maybe even the year. Northwest at Dalton. Now, both of these teams knew how high the stakes were going into this game. Winners not necessarily guaranteed to get into the state playoffs, but the losers guaranteed not to. Now, the rules are simple. Winner gets the number 3 seed in Region 7-4A, and the loser gets the 10th game to round out the schedule. Now, Dalton leads the series going into this game 24-5, but get this, the Catamounts have won 13 of their last 14 games against the Bruins. How would tonight's game unveil? Well, let's head out right now to Harmon Field and see for ourselves. Trick or treat, a little Catamount there. Dalton fans celebrating senior night, but you know what? The Northwest fans, they brought their players too, and fans. And how about former Dalton quarterback and current St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Mitchell Boggs? His number retired. Former quarterback for the Catamounts. Now on to the game. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. We'll pick it up, and it's Striker Brown. Pass to Tevin Collins. This is a 25-yard touchdown pass, and the Catamounts strike first, 7-0. Northwest on offense now, and Dean Haynes. His pass is going to be intercepted by Martin Self. First down and 10 for the Bruins. Still in the first quarter now, Striker Brown. His pass is going to be picked off now by Romeo Williams. Are you getting the trend of this game? It's who makes the least mistakes wins. Second quarter, Catamounts have it, but Brown's handoff is loose, and Chris Curls recovers it for Northwest. First down and 10 for the Bruins. End of the second quarter, it's Blackwood. 5 yards out, runs it in for a touchdown. 13-0 Dalton. 34 seconds to go in the third, and Drew Smith takes off 94 yards. The play of the night for the Bruins. He's in there for a touchdown. Dalton, their lead is cut to 6 now. Fourth quarter, it was Trey Beck. He runs it in, 5 yards out for a touchdown, makes it 20-7, and Dalton goes on and wins this game 20-7. Congratulations to the Big Red. Well, for the next game, it was Gordon Central at Sonoraville. Now, not many stories are much better than that of the Phoenix this year, who came into this game with a 7-1 record. But they're still searching for their first win over an in-county rival. Could that come tonight? Well, let's head out right now to Sonoraville and see for ourselves. Phoenix came out soaring and ready. First drive for GC, it was Dre Prather going for all the gravy. It was hot and greasy, but Tavarius Washington's there for the nice pick. Phoenix ball. But it was almost like a punt because it works in favor of the Warriors when Robbie McAfee fumbles it in the end zone, and that's a safety. 2-0 GC. Still 2 minutes into the game, and Prather, he connects, this time with the speedy Kedrick Johnson. He's tough, he's fast, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. 9-0 Warriors. But Prather not making the best decision here. He's going to be picked off, or rather, maybe it was the receiver, but anyway, it was TV Washington there for his second pick of the game. Takes it to the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Phoenix. Still in the first quarter, GC has it again, and Prather throws it 29 yards. This is a perfect pass. Perfect! Speed, control, rotation, catch. That's what Justin Patterson on the receiving end of that end. 15-0 Gordon Central. But finally in the second quarter, Sonoraville's knocking on the door, and YJ Glover hits Amon Bohaman for the 7-yard strike. 15-6, GC after the missed 2-point conversion. Third quarter, it was YJ Glover. He gets trapped, and he throws a bad pass. Kedrick Johnson has the interception. Gordon Central, they have the win. They win the game 27-20. Well, for the third game, it was Calhoun at Adairsville. Now, Calhoun came into this game winners of 6 of their last 7 games. Yellow Jackets, they sit atop Region 7B, 2A. Now, Adairsville, not too long ago, had a 4-game winning streak. Coming into today, a 2-game losing streak. Well, was that going to be a new streak that was started or a continued losing streak? Let's head right out to Adairsville right now and see for ourselves. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. Calhoun's Derek Ramsey runs it 20 yards in for a touchdown, makes it a 7-0 Calhoun lead. Second quarter, Calhoun's Michael Johnson going to hit J.T. Palmer in the end zone for 6, 14-0 Calhoun. Yellow Jackets would make it a 3-touchdown lead now on this 2-yard scramble into the end zone towards the end of the second quarter. Still in the second quarter, Michael Johnson, he hits Derek Rogers for a 30-yard strike. That's a touchdown, and it's 28-0 Yellow Jackets. But here comes Adairsville, courtesy of Nigel Curtis. Takes it in 65 yards into the end zone. Makes it a 28-7 Calhoun lead, and Calhoun goes on to win 49-21. Well, for the fourth and final game, it was Southeast at LFO. Now, the Raiders came in with just 1 win on the season, yet you have to take in consideration they got a pretty good quarterback, Tanner McClutchin, shooting for a passing triple crown in this game. Get this, coming into tonight, 110 completions, 1,185 passing yards, and 8 passing touchdowns, all leading the area. Also leading the area is wide receiver Jeremy Bishop, who is looking to top the 400-yard mark for the season. Going into tonight, he had 399. Could anything be accomplished? Well, let's head out to LFO and see for ourselves. And the LFO cheerleaders, they were pumped and pumping up the crowd. Second quarter, 6-0 Southeast, and LFO gets on the board with this rushing touchdown. That would tie up the score at 6 apiece. We have a brand new ball game. Later, Warriors move again. Quarterback Dylan Jackson hits Chris Barfield down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal. Shortly after, it was LeGreg Burns burning his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 13-6 LFO in the third quarter. LFO adding to a field goal, 16-6 now after this 3-yard strike. But finally, in the fourth quarter, it was Tanner McClutchin. He rushes inside for a touchdown, makes it a 16-12 LFO game, and LFO goes on to win this game 16-13. And with that, we are all out of time, and that'll do it for your Alliance National Big Highlight Show. But stay tuned. There's plenty more from Football Friday coming up on the other side of the break.
All right, JB, your game tomorrow. What are you looking at?
Well, obviously, the Georgia-Florida game, you know, it's going to be one that I think that could be an exciting game, you know, I mean, just in terms of, and also the Florida State-Georgia Tech game. You mentioned earlier that the triple option hasn't been seen yet by Florida State, so, you know, that could be interesting. I don't know what Bobby Bowden's going to have planned for Georgia Tech, but I actually am expecting a pretty exciting game, and I think it's possible. Now, granted, last week I thought that Ohio State was going to win, and a few weeks ago I actually...
But you're a Buckeye.
I picked Ohio State over USC. So...
we haven't commented on this game, but maybe we should, because South Carolina, Tennessee,